The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now here come the Ravens. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
23 yards on the play.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now look at 56.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed him? Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
No. Check. Patriot.
On second down, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
Gone.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Crabtree, the intended receiver.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
No. Check. Patriot.
A run for Nick Chubb. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On second down, Mayfield again. He's going to look deep now and this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Got it complete to Crabtree. Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle from 10 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their time.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 75 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, and this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 36 yards. To throw is Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered on the first step in their comeback attempt.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be...
And this is caught. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Flushed out. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And the Ravens taking the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range, or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and